Greetings to my fellow Broncos. How's it going? I'm Ryan Hunter.
And I'm Tyler Rath, and welcome back to CTV News, where we bring to you the latest news happening here at Hastings College.
Our first story for this newscast, we bring to you an update from Hastings College. HC has welcomed a new student activities coordinator, Alyssa Roosh. The focus of Alyssa's work has been student activities and leadership, fraternity and sorority life, and multicultural student affairs. HC is extremely excited that Alyssa has joined the Bronco family, where she will be overseeing all things student activities, Campus Connect, the Bosco mascot team, and the Bronco bike shed.
HC has also recently appointed the Associate Dean of Fine Arts and Humanities, Director of Advising and Associate Professor of Theater, Dr. Annette Vargas, to Vice President for Access, Enrollment, and Performance at Hastings College. Also, HC has appointed Dr. Jonas Prida to Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs. For our next story, we bring to you the results of the opening weeks at HC, where HC's Welcome Home Committee hosted their series of Welcome Home events for all incoming students and returning students at Hastings College. For students willing to participate in such events, the Welcome Home activities began on August 14th. These events include a vast variety of fun activities from outdoor concerts, grocery bag bingo, movie nights, guest speakers, and many more.
August 14th kicked off the Welcome Home events by beating the summer heat with hammocks, yard games, free snow cones from Tropical Snow, and water games. On August 17th, HC hosted local food trucks in the parking lot of Lynn Farrell Arena from a variety of options like Hangry's, Sorinos, Nomad Pizza, Peas Lunchbox, Diaz Tika Express, and Tropical Snow. To hype up the fun and excitement even more, the Kool-Aid Man and HC's Bosco made an epic debut at the event. The evening festivities were followed by a movie being shown for all HC students on Altman Lawn.
On the 25th of August, Hastings College welcomed award-winning author Marty Essen at the French Memorial Chapel, where he presented his high-energy multimedia show Around the World in 90 Minutes. Marty's show featured interesting facts, humorous stories, and thousands of photos he took while traveling the world for his first book, Cool Creatures, Hot Planet, Exploring the Seven Continents. It was a type of show that kept the audience engaged with plenty of laughter at the many stories, the oohs and ahs at the photos, and most of all, the many new and interesting facts that the audience had learned.
HC hosted their involvement fair on August 26th, where student groups and organizations gathered to share their ideas and inform students about what groups and organizations are offered at Hastings College, as well as what they were representing on campus. The weekend following, with singer-songwriter Rascal Martinez, performed for students and faculty on the lawn of Steinhardt Plaza on August 27th, as well as singer-songwriter Caden Curtis performing on the 28th of August in the French Memorial Chapel.
Next, we bring to you the recent news in sports at Hastings College. We start with HC men's soccer team on Wednesday, September 8th, which marked the third game into their season so far. The Hastings College men's soccer team picked up its first win of the 2021 year by defeating Sterling 5-1 on Wednesday night at the Lloyd Wilson Field. Both the Broncos and the Warriors had chances early to get on the board, but were unable to find the back of the net until the 37th minute. Lucas Gotts, a junior from Nordstetten Bierflick, Germany, came off the bench in the 21st minute and struck dirt in the 37th when Gorka Martinez, junior from Barcelona, Spain, sent a perfect through ball where Gotts put away the ball for the 1-0 lead. The Warriors kept up the pressure to start the second half and got a turnover in the 51st minute, and as Hastings was trying to clear the ball, it ended up in the back of the net for their own goal to make it 2-1. It remained 2-1 until Keegan Gorek Johnson, a senior from Firth, Nebraska, was taken down in the box setting up a penalty kick in which Tyler Mace, junior from Omaha, Nebraska, buried his shot into the bottom right corner to make it 3-1.
Hastings rounded out the scoring on a breakaway when David Panter, a senior from Reading, England, found Ryan Lewis, junior from London, England, for his first collegiate goal and the 5-1 victory. Hastings outshot Sterling 15-7, including 10-5 in advantage in shots on goal. Brendan Dawley, a freshman from Johannesburg, South Africa, finished the game with 4 saves in his first collegiate win. Hastings improves to 1-1 and will be back in action on Saturday, September 18th, as Dakota Wesleyan comes to town with a kickoff set for 8 p.m. on the Lloyd Wilson Field. Next, we have the Hastings College football team still going through its rebuild for first-year coach Matt Franzen, as number 14 Dordt defeated the Broncos 61-10 on Saturday, September 11th on the Lloyd Wilson Field. This was the second game into HC's football team's season. It didn't take long for Dordt to take the lead, taking just 4 plays to march 62 yards and an Anthony Trohan 5-yard touchdown run for the early 7-0 lead. After Hastings couldn't get its offense going, the defenders then went on a 10-play, 79-yard drive where Carter Schubout scored on a 2-yard touchdown and the 14-0 lead.
The Broncos then got the offense going late in the first quarter as John Zamora, a junior from San Antonio, Texas, connected with Tyree Neesmith, senior from Baltimore, Maryland, for a 17-yard catch on the 3rd and 7 for the first down to the Dordt 45. The defenders continued its offense, opening up a 27-3 lead before Neesmith broke free for a 75-yard touchdown and made it a 27-10 ball game with under 2 minutes to play in the half. Dordt would tack on a field goal to lead 30-10 at the break. Unfortunately, it was all Dordt in the second half of the game, as the game came to a close at 61-10.
Dordt racked up 738 yards of offense compared to 232 yards for Hastings. Neesmith finished the day with 123 yards on 17 carries and the 1 touchdown. Zamora went 10 for 22 for 88 yards. And Kobe Brandenburg, a junior from Central City, Nebraska, had himself a career day defensively, picking off 3 passes, which ties the school record and the Great Plains Athletic Conference record. He also finished with 9 total tackles. Jackson Ramold, a freshman from Omaha, Nebraska, and Carlo Terrell, a junior from Kansas City, Missouri, also finished with 9 total tackles.
Hastings falls to 0-2 on the year and will be back in action Saturday, September 18th, as Jamestown comes to town for homecoming, with the kickoff set for 1 p.m. at the Lloyd Wilson Field.
Our last sports story for this newscast, we have the Hastings College women's soccer team dominating the pitch in its 3-0 victory over William Woods on Saturday, September 11th on the Lloyd Wilson Field. This was the 5th game into the HC women's soccer game season. If the start of the game was any indication on who controlled the game, then 4 straight corner kicks Hastings had within the first 3 minutes told the tale. But it didn't mean there wasn't some drama along the way.
Hastings would strike first when Jacqueline Gilbert, senior from Chandler, Arizona, sent a perfect through ball to Dulce Lopez, sophomore from Hastings, Nebraska, as she slotted her shot past Belle Beauchert for the 1-0 lead in the 14th minute. The Lady Broncos would keep up the pressure in the first half but couldn't get any separation, as things looked to get interesting after Lauren Metz, sophomore from Littleton, Colorado, was called for a handball in the box, setting up a penalty kick in the 39th minute. Sophie Jackson-Peterson, freshman from Roskilde, Denmark, was up to the task, making the save on the Abby Prather-Turner attempt, keeping the slate clean.
Hastings would go on to hold that 1-0 lead into the second half, and that's when super sub Miley Prine, sophomore from Bennington, Nebraska, made her presence felt. She put away her first goal in the 67th minute to give Hastings a bit of separation, and then, in the 80th minute, Julia Villanova, freshman from Girona, Spain, ripped a shot right off the crossbar, and Sophie Gomez Garcia, sophomore from Columbus, Nebraska, hit a shot right off the post that found the foot of Prine and missed all the iron and put the ball into the back of the net for the 3-0 lead. Hastings held a substantial advantage in shots at 24-4, including an 11-2 advantage in shots on goal. Jackson-Peterson finished the game with 2 saves as she recorded her 2nd straight shutout in the 3rd of the season. HC moves to 4-1 on the year and will be back in action Saturday, September 18th, as Dakota Wesleyan comes to town with a kickoff set for 5:30 p.m. on the Lloyd Wilson Field.
If you want to read about these stories and all the news happening at Hastings College, you can check out the Collegian newsprint every Friday at hccollegian.com or through your iPads using the self-service app. CTV will also be available at hccollegian.com or through the YouTube under Collegian HC.
Well, Broncos, that's all we have for you today, and we thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again on September 28th, where we bring to you the latest happening at Hastings College. And always remember that life is good, but it can be better with CTV News. So do yourself a favor, and you stay classy, Hastings College.